Hello, wide and wonderful world. This is April, and you're watching the Android Authority channel on YouTube. Today, I'll be talking about Huawei's latest contribution to the high-end Android smartphones market. Huawei has been a bit prudent and modest in the high-end Android smartphones market for quite some time, but with the introduction of its latest high-end phone, the Huawei Ascend D Quad XL U9510E, it seems that Huawei has also started to sharpen its teeth and produce a roar. Let's see if this phone has teeth sharp enough to compete fiercely. In spite of its very long name, the Huawei Ascend Quad XL is a very portable device. Its size is comfortable enough for easy holding, though the phone is rather thick and a bit heavy. These are justified though, as I shall explain in a little bit. The front panel looks classy. Here's the 1.3 megapixel front camera. Beside it are the LED notification light and sensors. And here's the red accent provided by the speaker grille. When I first took this phone out of its box, it instantly reminded me of the HTC Sensation XE, which has a similar looking red accent except for the capacitive buttons here. These white buttons are visible even when the screen is off. There's a very discreet hold down here for the microphone. The power button is here on the top side along with the headphone jack. The bottom side is empty, but there's a notch at the corner for removing the back plate. The volume rocker is here on the right side. The control buttons are easy to reach too. The sides curve sharply towards the back, which makes the phone easy to grip. Let's check the back. The back plate is hard plastic with small diamond patterns as texture. Here's the 8 megapixel back camera and dual LED flash, still with red accent. This label makes sure you know that the camera has autofocus and can capture 1080p Full HD images. Here's the video microphone hole here above the Huawei logo, and down here is an indicator that the phone has Dolby Digital Plus technology. This one's the loudspeaker grille, again with red accent. I must give Huawei a few brownie points for making this backplate removable. Just snap it off like this. The high-capacity battery is here. Additional brownie points to Huawei for this 2600 mAh battery, capable of about 10 hours of power under very heavy use and up to a day's worth under moderate use. This battery is one of the main reasons for the phone's thickness and weight. I'd give more brownie points if this battery were removable and replaceable. SIM card slot is here. It's for a regular size SIM, thankfully. MicroSD card slot is here. These two are the only reasons for this removable backplate, and I find it a bit sad. Huawei could have done better by either employing a unibody chassis with a SIM and microSD slots at the side, or make the battery user replaceable. Also, this backplate creaks in several areas. It doesn't snap on snugly, but it's probably just an isolated case for this test unit. Huawei is ascending with the display and processing power. This phone uses a homegrown quad-core chipset known as the Huawei K3V2 with a 1.2 GHz quad-core ARM Cortex-A9 CPU and a 16-core GPU, together with 1 GB of RAM, 8 GB of internal storage, and up to 32 GB more of microSD storage. This Huawei phone does pack a punch. You'll notice the powerful hardware at work while using the phone. Here's the lock screen. You can switch between 2D and 3D lock screens. Here's the default home screen. The display on this phone is high definition at 1280 by 720 pixels on a 4.5-inch IPS Plus LCD screen protected by Gorilla Glass 2. It's super sharp and crisp, with a display density of 326 ppi. The colors too are not saturated and appear realistic. Huawei seems very confident about the powerful hardware on its new baby. You can switch between 2D mode and 3D mode. Notice how even the widgets are rendered in 3D when in 3D mode. Though 3D mode does cause the display to lag and stutter a bit compared to 2D. Navigation in 2D mode, though, is generally smooth and fluid, with little lag here and there. As for the camera, the phone's back camera is very snappy with nearly no shutter lag. Autofocus, though, is a different story. Focusing takes about 1 to 2 seconds. Outdoor photos come out really great, but photos in dark environments tend to be noisy. The low light feature doesn't help much either. As for media playback, music lovers will be happy with Dolby Digital Plus for surround sound, even with the phone's loudspeakers. The default music player app shows your song's album art in a 3D carousel against an equalizer visualization in the background, which kinda looks nice. If your song supports it, you can even sing along with lyrics. Videos play fluidly and with hardly any dropped frame in the stock video player. The phone's already smooth and awesome under Android 4.0.4 Ice Cream Sandwich. I'm not sure exactly when Jelly Bean is coming to this phone, but I'm sure it will bring a lot of speed and performance improvements. Overall, the Huawei Ascend D Quad XL U9 510e does have some big things to offer high-end users. It has a simple but classy red accented exterior. The phone is solid and easy to grasp. The size is accessible enough for the fingers. It may be a bit heavy on account of its battery, but come on, it's 2600 mAh. The high-definition display is very sharp and crisp, with vibrant and realistic colors. Multimedia playback is very pleasurable on the phone. Most of all, you get very powerful processing hardware. So make sure you don't overlook this Huawei phone when you make your holiday wish list. What do you think of the Huawei Ascend D Quad XL U9 510e? Share your thoughts in the comments. For more Android news and reviews, visit our website. Also, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching. This is April from Android Authority. May the light side of the Android Force be with you.